Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm very ashamed of myself because I clicked onto a website that I'm not supposed to be reading. A friend of mine sent me a link to something and he poked and prodded in just the right way to poke and prod to get me to break my fast. I did view the link with archive.is, but that does not remove any of my shame. I have shame and sadness, and I've brought that to myself and my community. And for that, I am sorry. But this one gets me every single time. It's very difficult for me to tell when viewing posts in this community if they are posted from a woman's perspective or if it is a male incel pretending to be a woman that posts something that is fake but so above and beyond ridiculous as to purposely try to make women look. I cannot tell. I never can. And to be clear, before we even get into the backstory of this, I had made a comment 6 months ago on men and women being just friends, and then I made a follow-up video on that is 1 hour. The reason this video is 1 hour is because in order to unpack my reasoning behind men and women being just friends being, for the most part, a meme, you have to understand my specific definition of friend and how my definition of friend differs from the definition that most of society has. I think most of society calls their acquaintances their friends incorrectly, whereas my line for what is a friend is actually quite high. So I go over that in this video that most people will not watch because it's far easier to just meme me and say that I'm a horrible person for the statement I made. But I'd highly suggest you check out this video being, quote, just friends, end quote, that I posted here before watching this one. So let's go on and read from the website that I'm not supposed to be reading from. This is from Reddit's 2X chromosomes. All the men I believe to be my friends just want to sleep with me. So I'd originally tried to post this to r/am I the asshole, but it doesn't fit the guidelines. I figured I would try it here as I'm sure a lot of XXC can relate. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I really cannot tell. That makes two of us. That's why I need an objective opinion if I'm the problem here. I'm a 25 female social party type, happily single and doing my thing. I have a lot of male friends I met through the industry I work in that I hang out with and see almost daily. While I'm a natural flirt because of the industry, I keep my sex life, which has slowed significantly since my early 20s, private, and out of the same circle I leave my day-to-day in. I have a few male friends who I love dearly. We go out to see movies, to dinner, etc., and I've always enjoyed their company platonically. Since I'm single, I don't mind jumping on a homie's back or letting them hold doors open for me. A little soft flirting, but I've always felt like generally it was platonic agreement. Split bills, wingmanning each other, etc. I've always stayed vocal about my actual crushes, implying that I respectfully don't have romantic feelings for my male friends. I stayed over at one of my male friends' houses after drinking. We were both super drunk, and he tried to make a sexual move on me, and I admitted to him that I wasn't interested in having sex with him. Frustrated, he sighed and said, "You'll have sex with the name of my crush, but not with me." The rest of the night, I sobered up and got a little paranoid. This has happened a few times now with men who allow me to lean on them, taking me to the beach, helping me lift furniture, etc., even though I always keep the mood goofy and platonic. And I don't understand why me hanging out with guys isn't how it is with girls. Even though I'm a sexually attractive woman. Okay, I don't know what she's saying. I don't know if she's saying I'm a sexually attractive woman or I'm sexually attracted to women. I'm not sure if that's a typo. Take it for what you will. I don't expect to sleep with women when I get too close to them. I see them as friends when they are just friends. But my male friends seem to get frustrated that I'm around them but not opening up sexually. I don't know if it's selfish for me to be so close to straight men I don't want to sleep with. But admittedly, I felt like it was too good to be true to have a safe relationship with a man, as a friend, without feeling pressured to have sex with him. Maybe for them it's the opposite. Maybe it's frustrating having a liberated person like me around that doesn't want to have sex with them. Is it too good to be true for me to be hanging out with them and enjoying their company and laughing and gently flirting when I'm not interested in having sex with them? Like, at all. Going back to the video I did here on being just friends with members of the opposite sex, admittedly in that video I think I was addressing more mild situations than these situations. And again, it is very difficult for me to tell if this is an actual woman posting or a male incel that is going to this group to go out of their way to make them all seem ridiculous. Regardless, it doesn't even matter because this got over 1,000 upvotes in this subreddit. So regardless of whether it's an actual woman posting this that has no self-awareness or a male incel that is, again, going out of his way to try and make women seem like memes, it doesn't matter. It got over 1,000 upvotes. So we're going to talk about it. So let's just go over what I read in here. A, she said she's a natural flirt. Since I'm single, I don't mind jumping on a homie's back or letting them hold doors. A little soft flirting. B, she's taken these men to the beach. C, she slept over these men's houses while getting drunk and after getting drunk on a fun night, like slept at their houses. D, she's had them move their furniture. And E, surprised when they hit on you. You take me to the beach. You go drinking with me. You get drunk with me. You come over to my house and sleep over after being drunk. You have me move your furniture. Now, I've heard lots of cases where women express frustration with men who see anything as single. Some men see women saying that they're married as a signal to continue hitting on them, an invitation to try to get a date anyway. And these men, in my opinion, are complete and utter pieces of garbage. I have absolutely no problem standing in solidarity with women that say that men that go out of their way to try and get a reaction, a response out of women who are not interested, or women who are taken, by all means, pieces of garbage. I have really no desire to defend these types of men. At the same time, can someone not see how this behavior could lead to a man thinking that they were open to being more than just friends, or at the very least lead him to believe that it wouldn't be inappropriate for him to ask, for him to do this, for him to have a conversation that may lead to more? Because this really does seem to be moving towards a world where A, men flirting is in general considered inappropriate. Women must make all the first moves, or B, the only appropriate place to ever flirt or ever hit on someone is a dating app. Unless you're on a dating app, it is not appropriate to approach a woman. Or because again, if a woman is taking me to the beach, getting drunk and staying over my place, and flirting with me, that is a sign to me that this person might be interested in more than friendship. And if they actually fit all of the characteristics of what I was looking for in a woman, I might make a move on somebody who is A, all the characteristics of what I'm looking for in a partner, and B, flirting with me, getting drunk, sleeping over my house. Say what you want. Say how mean I am for everything I said in this video. I stand by it 100%. I have never been in this situation in my 30s or for most of my 20s because I have not punked myself into this ridiculous asinine idea that men and women being just friends is completely natural and has no complications whatsoever. I avoid these situations. I have female acquaintances, and we are going to go into that because I've discussed that in detail in this video. I have several female acquaintances, and I'm happy to spend time with them. I'm happy to have them as company, and I'm happy to get along with them. But there are boundaries and there are lines that I set, because when you pretend that men and women have absolutely no problems being just friends and that it should be normal, you get this type of meme. And these types of memes suck. They are hurtful. They're miserable. They cause aggravation to both parties involved, and as long as we are playing this game where we are pretending that human nature doesn't exist, this will continue. And to be clear, I'm not implying that any of these men are owed anything, but being flirty with a man you take to the beach, getting drunk with them, and then sleeping over their house might lead the man to believe that you're into him. Can anybody out there understand how this might be confusing to men that already navigate a very difficult dating landscape? And the thing is, I've heard women say that the best relationships start out as friendships, that, they are offended. I've actually read that in this exact same group, that there are women that are offended when a man will walk up to them and ask them out or start flirting, because the idea is you don't even know me. You haven't gotten to know me and you're asking me out. That's weird. Yet, so the best relationships start as friendships. But the flip side of that coin is that when there is an actual friendship first, and you've gotten to know the person and you're friends with them, and then that person takes you to the beach, flirts with you, gets drunk with you, and sleeps over your house, and then you make a move, that's also offensive, because I felt like I was safe being your friend. Now I don't feel safe around you because I can't even have friends. Why can't I just have friends? And it really is one of these cases where it's like, it's one or the other. It's like, again, either it's bad to be very clear up front that your intention is I don't want to be friends with you, or it's bad to become friends with somebody and then try to sneak in a relationship or something else after. I don't see how both can be true at the same time unless there's the desire is to just paint men as pieces of garbage for ever wanting a sexual, romantic relationship or partnership with the opposite sex. I have women in my life that I am friendly with. Not friends, but I'm friendly with them. They are acquaintances that I am friendly with. And they add joy, they add context, they add insight and happiness to my life. I'm glad they're there. They do not come to my house and stay over late. They do not come to my house and drink with me. They do not drink enough to be drunk when they are alone with me. I do not drink enough to get drunk when I am alone with them. And I don't go to the beach with them alone. I go to the beach with my girlfriend. And above all, when it's time for them to move, these female acquaintances have paid movers move their furniture, not me. I don't express romantic or sexual interest in these female acquaintances and vice versa. And a big part of that is I'm not putting myself in a situation where I'm implying or even going within a mile of the line of this is how I want that relationship to evolve. I don't understand how this is sustainable into the future. I really don't get how any of this works outside of we are only allowed to date or be flirty on applications. Can somebody tell me how I'm wrong? Like, again, the best part about being a pessimist, what I've always said, the best part about being a pessimist is that when I'm wrong, the world is actually a better place than I thought. And perhaps the world is a better place than I think it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Please convince me that I'm wrong. Convince me that this is not real. Convince me that this is not the accepted thought process for women in my age group. Because, again, like, you're supposed to be friends before getting into a relationship. The best relationships are based on friendships. But if a friendship ever leads to a relationship or something wanting more, you're evil, you're bad, and I don't feel safe around you because you're asking for more. How dare you? But also, how dare, like, if we live in a world where somebody can flirt with men, get drunk with men, sleep over the house alone of the man that you got drunk with, go to the beach with that guy, have him move your furniture, jump on his back, and he's the asshole for wanting more out of the relationship. In that case, I 100% stand by everything I said in this video, and dare I say it, I should have said it much more strongly. I should have been much more explicit in this video. I think this video is actually very mild, given my take on men and women being just friends, kind of being a mess. I think that the take I have here is very mild in regards to stuff like this. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. This was Bad Dating Advice with Louis Rossmann and Blackberry the Kitty. She's so cute, isn't she? She's a good girl. Bye now.